Khvicha Kvaratskhelia was born in the picturesque Georgian capital of Tblisi, a year before the city's infamous 2002 earthquake. Inspired in part by his father Badri, who represented the national team of Azerbaijan at professional level, he joined the academy of Dinamo Tblisi at the age of 11. Growing up obsessed with the people's game, he admired Real Madrid from a young age, idolising Cristiano Ronaldo and Guti in particular, wanting to patrol the wings as a creative danger man with flair. After 5 years of hard work, excelling in the youth categories, 2017 was the year that the ball started rolling for Khvicha. Having conquered the under-17s with 15 goals bagged inside 21 matches, he made his senior debut for Dinamo. His first goal came that November to round off a breakthrough 12 months, during which he had picked up the Alexandra Chevad's Golden Medal, recognised as Georgia's best young player. Reports of interest from Bayern Munich arose, but it was instead a move to Lokomotiv Moscow that drove Khvicha from his homeland that winter. Russia quickly came to understand the hype, seeing his unique but effective technique to ride challenges and cause havoc for defences. Moscow's manager Yuri Semin had seen all he needed to know the Georgian was special, and by his July exit, at the end of his loan, the coach was eager to arrange a permanent deal, which Khvicha instead signed with Rubin Kazan. As if to add insult to injury, the 18-year-old debuted as a sub against Lokomotiv and won his side an opening day point inside the RZD arena. Instantly enamoured with the teenage starlet, supporters voted heavily for him in the August, September and October Player of the Month awards, in awe of his tendency to ghost past the opposition with the poise of a veteran who always maintained his cool. Even through a 3-month dry spell, his dribble completion rate was exceptional, and the Georgians' influence on the Red-Greens was undeniable. Just as the Tbilisian hit peak form, COVID-19 struck, and the Russian government acted quickly, suspending the league from mid-March to June 2020. Taking no time on his return to the pitch, Khvicha scored and provided for a 2-1 victory in Yekaterinburg, which he followed up by adding 3 more assists in the ending month of the competition. A crucial figure in Rubin's relegation fight, he was certified by this point as their biggest transfer success, and one of the top-flight standouts. A 5-fold market value increase during the 12-month span meant the turned heads of journalists were now fixed on the Georgian prodigy, declared a true wonder kid already showing signs of being world-class. In early 2021, one of football's leading newspapers, L'Equipe, listed him amongst the likes of Erling Haaland, Vinicius Jr. and Phil Foden as one of the top talents born in the 21st century. Improving upon his maiden campaign, Khvicha hit double figures for goal contributions. In no time, his reading of the game and vision improved, enabling him to up his tally as a supplier as well as a finisher. For his national team also, he packed a punch, popping up with goals in the Nations League and World Cup qualifiers to prove himself at a higher level, which was the foremost doubt surrounding his quality. In what could be considered his breakthrough game, Spain witnessed the Kvara show, taking the lead for Georgia and driving tirelessly down the left to cause all sorts of problems for their back line. Pitted against Greece and Sweden also, Georgia just weren't strong enough and failed to earn a place in Qatar, though their starboy was on the rise and now everyone knew about him. 0 interruptions, fuller stadiums and now a mainstay of the side, the 2020-21 season had been a jubilant stint for Rubin's 21, propelling them into 4th place by the close of May, qualifying them for the new Europa Conference League. Expected to persist with this inspired form given the bunch of new signings, Leonid Slutsky's revamped squad started well, but gradually descended the table after a costly winter in which their losses outnumbered their wins. Although the political discussions going on at the back end of 2021 reduced football to a minor focus as everything escalated. On the 24th of February 2022, the Russian invasion of Ukraine began, and situated merely a couple thousand kilometers from the border, Kazan was bound to be distracted. Barred as a result from the Conference League, and with the fighting becoming increasingly devastating, Khvicha fled the state in March, permitted by UEFA, alongside all foreign players in the country, to suspend their contracts and sign elsewhere until the end of June. Reverting to his motherland, the winger flew to Georgia's southwest as the newest acquisition of Dinamo Batumi, the title holders to whom he brought RPL experience and comfortably dominated the lower level. Regularly utilising his preferred finish by opening up his body to delicately curl the ball past the keeper, the returnee achieved his finest goal-to-game ratio, pillaging 8 during the 2 months and heightening the demand for the Georgian. Across Europe, the word had spread, with both Manchester clubs and Spurs in the running for his signature, although Kvara seemed destined for Italy.
Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. I was looking at him and I can say, who's gonna sign this player will sign one of the best talents around.
Juventus were in pole position, having scouted him early on, yet the Bianconeri's sporting director Fabio Patrici departed Turin for Tottenham, costing the old lady their advantage in the race. Napoli capitalised on the meekness of the linked bigger clubs, moving more concretely, certain that the Batumi forward was worth the chase. The Neapolitans were undergoing a major overhaul, suffering the loss of long-term servants Dries Mertens, Kalidou Koulibaly and skipper Lorenzo Insigne, 3 of the club's greatest ever. In the busy summer window of 2022, they pounced, agreeing a deal worth €10 million that would keep the 21-year-old in the Campania region until 2027. Starved of any material success, fans needed a breath of fresh air, which they'd had a glimpse of already with their Nigerian number 9 Victor Osimhen, but welcoming the 6-foot Georgian alongside the offensive likes of Giovanni Simeone and Giacomo Raspadori, Luciano Spalletti's blatant focus was on revitalisation. A brace and another set up on his unofficial friendly debut, the new boy enjoyed a model start for the Blues to earn a start in matchday 1, occupying Insigne's decade-long spot on the left of the front 3. Kicking off against Hellas Verona, Kvaratskhelia responded to the hosts' early goal by nodding in a header, levelling the contest. Tied at 2-2, he slotted a flawless assist through to Piotr Zielinski, taking the lead, which they held on to for the 3 points. For the home opener 6 days later, a sold-out crowd filled the Maradona to see their mysterious new winger light up the city, and he didn't disappoint, becoming the first player in Napoli's history to net 3 times from the first 2 league games. Kvara's first uncannily resembled their withdrawn captain, cutting in to bend his strike off the far post with the shot style known as tiraggio. For the second, the 21-year-old showed just how complete his game was already to become the league's top scorer. A subsequent Player of the Month award for August came his way, along with which he acquired the tag Kvaradona from fans, while media outlets have taken a more modern approach and opted for the Georgian Messi. September followed, and thus did the Champions League, another brand new arena for Kvara to flex his muscles. To the audience of millions that tune in to Europe's greatest club competition, Kvaradona took this as a chance to baffle the onlookers as the hidden gem of a renovated Napoli. Welcoming an out-of-form Liverpool, Spalletti's 11 took the Scousers by surprise, pressing to no end, and bolstered by the roars that echoed throughout the south of Italy, the Georgians set the tone. Even setting up Simeone for their third, he made headlines as a key player in their 4-1 demolition of the 2019 champions. The Neapolitans treated the group like child's play, putting 6th past Ajax in Amsterdam, a record-breaking number of goals for them in the UCL. Back at their stadium, he bagged again to receive the Man of the Match accolade, taking his Group A tally to 5 goal contributions as Napoli secured early qualification to the knockouts. Humble, focused and reserved since entering the public eye, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia has flourished in Naples, proving for many to be the bargain of the summer. Snatching up a bushel of goal contributions, rarely do we ever see a young talent apply himself this successfully in the top 5 leagues. Adept on both feet, irrepressible at 6 foot tall, and technically akin to some of the world's best, there is no obvious flaw to the 21-year-old's game. His notable midweek performances in the Champions League were bound to attract the big boys, and in the aftermath, Man City have taken a closer look at the Gen Z Georgian, perhaps considering splashing their cash in January. However, Khvicha feels the love at the Partenope, concentrating on returning the illustrious Scudetto to his club, who haven't worn the crown for over 2 decades. That's why they call him Kvaradona. He gives the fans the same belief that the Argentine brought in '84, and with the plethora of eager recruits guided by a composed, experienced manager, their chances are now more than just a possibility.